Okay, I want to go over these steps it'll take a student to get Adobe Photoshop and the other elements of Creative Suite installed on a student laptop here at Pueblo West High School, specifically for my multimedia students. So one of the very first things we want to do is make sure that the system is ready for it. These are big programs, they take up a lot of space, they demand a lot of resources. So making sure that a couple things are done to allow them to run well. And also, these are things to keep an eye on, to maintain, to make sure that continues. So we're going to start out by going to System Settings here, which I already have open. And we're going to look at software. We're going to look at the software updates. It says Software Update Available. So we're going to go there. I am not going to run that update, but you see here I am running Mac OS Ventura 13.5, which is perfectly fine for what we need. Students running as far back as 13.2 should be okay, but you should update that when you get a chance. The second thing we're going to check is to make sure that there is enough space on the hard drive. So we're going to scroll down here and make sure we have, we're going to click General. And under General, we're going to click Storage. Okay, and see what kind of hard drive space there is. My hard drive is a lot bigger, so it looks more full than it is, but I still have about 60. You see there what I have left. Plenty of space for it to operate in. The bigger they are, the better, always. So if we can keep it clean, that's good. So I wanted to go to the next step. If this is, if there's not enough room and you want to clean it up, we'll go to Applications and get info and see what we have here. The nice thing about this app is it will sort them by size, and so we have the biggest programs at the top. See there I have Microsoft Word. One of the ones I might suggest getting rid of is GarageBand. It takes up quite a bit of space, almost a full gig, and if you don't use it, that's a lot of space to give up to it. So but that is where you can look at the programs you have, teach a lot of different things. So I have quite a few programs that I need to have on my hard drive. Okay, so you can also go through Documents, just go through each one of these things and see what you might need to get rid of. Downloads, stuff is sorted, but it's a great tool to help clean up. So that can minimize the amount of space wasted on your hard drive to stuff you don't want to. So once you've done that, we're ready to move into the actual installation of Adobe Premiere Pro. So that means in order to get this free, the license needs to be set up. So I have created a survey, should be in the Adobe folder of your class. The Adobe Install Survey is a very short survey that students can take. Bear in mind, Google Survey won't work in Safari, so you've got to make sure you're running Chrome or else the data won't come through. It allows this to set up, and I can pull from this, create a database, which I upload to Adobe to create an account so that you can have all that beautiful and expensive software for free for the school year. So that has to be taken first. If that isn't taken, you can install Creative Cloud, but then you cannot get access to the software. So that's a first step. Okay. Once that's done, we move on to SelfService. Okay. We go to District 70 who's SelfService, and we type Adobe and hit search, and you'll get Adobe Create Cloud M1 Max. This says reinstall. It doesn't mean I have to reinstall. It means if I click it, it will reinstall. People get confused by that, and they reinstall over and over and over again. So once it says reinstall, it's probably installed. Sometimes it'll still be looping around thinking it's not done, and it will still be installed. So it's a good idea to go to Finder, open it up, go to Applications, and check. What we're looking for is this folder, Adobe Creative Cloud. I'm going to open that up. If you have an installed Creative Cloud, you'll click here, and it will install Creative Cloud for you. Once Creative Cloud is installed, whenever it's running, it will run in the system tray up here, okay? And this is where you gain access to all of your programs. Let me get that all the way on screen, okay? During the installation process, you'll be asked to log in. You have to use your school district number 70 ID and password, and it will accept you. It will also give you a very, very important choice. It will ask you whether you plan to use it for personal use or school, enterprise, business, something like that. You do not want to choose personal use. What they're basically asking you is who's going to pay for this. If you choose personal, the next step, instead of looking like this, like it does for me here, where it says install, it's going to say buy. And if you've gotten there, you took that wrong fork in the road. We've got to back up your install quite a bit and start over. So don't do that, okay? But once Creative Cloud is fully installed, you can come in here. You'll have Adobe Photoshop. Once again, I have a lot of these programs installed for other classes. And you click install, and it will begin installing. And after a bit of time, depends on time of day, how busy the network is, all that stuff, the data you're getting, you'll have Adobe Photoshop and be able to go from there.